Hello, everyone. This is the weekly review for AP World History from November 30th to December 4th. Our four-class focus this past week was capable problem solving. We spent the week focusing on that executive functioning skill. In particular, that skill was enhanced while we worked on a math exercise in groups in order to solve a problem. Early in the week, we took a solo practice exam. There were 10 short answers and one short answer question. It took 25 minutes to complete, and then you self-corrected the exam when it had been completed. We continued working on the math exercise in breakout rooms. Each group analyzed data about the embarked and disembarked slaves. You worked on creating an equation that would determine the success and failure rates of each country that engaged in the slave trade. And, like any good historian, lastly, you speculated as to what reasons would be behind the success and failure rates of the various countries that engaged in the practice of the slave trade. We had a common lit writing prompt. We read a passage and then answered multiple choice and short answer questions to reinforce reading comprehension and skills commensurate with taking and performing well on standardized tests. The reading was a letter from Columbus to the treasurer of Spain. It read like a sales pitch. He was trying to raise money for his next voyage and was explaining why it would be wise of the treasurer to lend that money to him in order for him to take that next voyage. We also worked on an Edpuzzle and a Pear Deck. We completed an Edpuzzle that reinforced our knowledge of the Columbian Exchange. The exchange was between the old world and the new, and it included people, animals, plants, and microbes that went back and forth between the two worlds. The Pear Deck reviewed motivations for exploration, like one motivation would be spreading the Christian religion, another one would be profiting from the resources that could be gathered in the New World, another one might be simply competition between the European powers. We also talked about labor systems such as the encomienda and hacienda systems in the Spanish New World. We also focused on chattel slavery and indentured servitude as labor systems as well. You also had a chance to give your impression of the solo exam and the math exercise. Impressions I remember from the solo exam is that many people were feeling confident that they did pretty well, unexpectedly well in some cases, and other people were saying that they were a bit hesitant and still feeling like they needed the security of working within the breakout rooms. As far as the math exercise was concerned, most people came away with the impression that they didn't realize that the extent of the mass amount of slaves that were moved during the slave trade, and the fact that certain countries were considerably better at it than others. What we have to look forward to, we'll have an exit ticket on capable problem solving. Our next executive functioning skill will be empathy. We're going to focus on changing social hierarchies and internal and external challenges to state power that occurred between 1450 and 1750, as well as focusing on some continuities and changes that occurred as well. The Unit 4 exam will be next Monday and Tuesday. That would be December 14th and 15th. Take care.